Every day, we see things moving around us. You move about when you walk, run, and jump in the air. A beach ball moves when you give it a kick. A snow sled moves as it's dragged through the snow. But things can't move on their own. To move something, you need to use a force. So, what is a force? Let me tell you what you have probably read in your textbooks. Force is a push or pull upon an object. Right? But do you think that this concept is applicable on stationary objects? Imagine a stationary object on the ground and someone pushing or pulling it. Yes, when force is applied, the stationary object will move. But just this doesn't explain the concept of force entirely. Let me ask you a question. This ball is laying at rest on the ground. It is stationary, not moving at all. Is there any force acting on it? Listen to my question carefully. Are there any forces acting on the ball when it is stationary? If your answer was a no, or if you didn't have an answer, it means you don't know the concept of force. Here is the answer. Yes, there are forces acting on this ball. There is a gravitational force or gravity, which is trying to pull the ball towards the center of the earth. And the ground is applying an equal force but in opposite direction. This force is called the normal force. It can also be called as a support force, as it supports the weight of the object. Are there any forces acting on this rocket? Yes, action and reaction forces are acting on this rocket. Forces always come in pairs. You push a ball, the ball pushes you back. Isn't it strange? Let's clear with another example. A book laying on table. The weight of the book pushes it in the downward direction, while the normal force or the support force pushes the book in upward direction. The example we have just learned in the case of ball laying on the ground. Those were gravity and normal force. We can also say them action and reaction forces, as the weight is action force and the normal force or the support force is the reaction force. What about the push and pull applied on object? What is that called? Yes, there is another type of force that describes the push or pull applied on an object. That is called as an applied force. So, an applied force is a force that is applied on an object in the form of push or pull. An object moves in the direction of the push or pull applied on an object. Have you ever thought that why does a rolling ball stops after moving to some distance? Which force is trying to stop its motion? So, the force that slows down an object or that tries to stop the moving objects is friction. There are more chances of slipping on a wet surface due to less friction. So, rough surfaces have more friction, while the smooth surfaces face less friction. Now take a moment and think why the left object is moving faster than the other. Why the person A is moving slower than person B? What's the reason behind? Objects having more surface area move slower due to more friction, while the objects having less surface area move faster due to less friction. In this picture, which person will apply less force? Yeah, you're right. This person will apply more force because the stone is bigger, having more surface area, and it will face more friction. And other person, will apply less force because the stone is smaller, having small surface area, and it will face less friction and will move faster.